Hey y'all, this is Catherine with Yoked, and this is Spiritual Literacy Month. I'm taking the time to come out and share with you some of my favorite books that have helped to grow me into a better woman, a better Christian, and a better wife. The book that I wanted to share with you guys today is called When to Walk Away by Gary Thomas. If you can see, it's bookmarked up because I got some good stuff to share with y'all. One of the other books that I shared was Hatch, Leap, Soar by Latoya Dennis. And that book, along with this book by Gary Thomas, are two of the books that have completely changed my life, changed my perspective on life, have set me on the path to coming out of my shell and to walk in the purpose that God has for my life. Because I'm just being completely honest, I had been struggling. I still struggle sometimes, but this particular book just really opened my eyes to some things. And where I'm coming from with all of this and why this book was so instrumental in helping me to grow is I didn't realize that I was in a toxic relationship, and it wasn't a romantic relationship or anything of that nature. It was not even a friendship, but it was just an associate, someone that I knew that we didn't really get along. I didn't know why. I still don't actually know why, but I realized that at the end of it, it's not that this person was a bad person per se, but they were toxic for me and I didn't know it. And because I didn't know that, I spent over a decade of my life fully enmeshed in this situation that I should never have been a part of in the first place, because we were not meant to have the relationship that I was craving and desiring and thought that we should have. So I just wanted to let you know that, just full disclosure, because it's not one of those, you need to get toxic people out of your life. Like, this is a book that really helped me to heal in that area. And this wasn't the only toxic relationship that I had in my life. There was another one that I have recently, gotten freedom from the toxicity of that relationship. So I just quickly want to read some of the excerpts that I had marked for myself that I think have really great value. So the first page, you see I have my little underlines. Gary says, "We don't have to argue. When a toxic person is attacking you, you don't have to participate. Especially when you know it won't make any difference, spend those few moments worshiping and relating to your loving Heavenly Father rather than contending with a hateful assault." In saying that you need to get a toxic person or toxic people out of your life, it's not just so that you can have this like amazing life and everything will be fine and dandy and you'll never have conflict. It's really about so much more than that, especially when you are about God's business and doing kingdom work. And so this one really important passage that I want to share with you, and I made a note, it says, remember this right there, because this is something that I had to remember. And your kingdom work does matter. You need to know this, feel this, live this, to be rightfully protected from toxic attacks. You may not be widely recognized as God's worker, but just as wars are won through the secret sacrifices of unknown soldiers, so God's kingdom is built on the backs of faithful and quiet servants. That was something that I needed to remember, and I think a lot more people need to remember when we are so obsessed with what other people are doing, what their success looks like, where we're lacking, and things of that nature. When we find ourselves in competition with someone, whether we realize that they're a toxic person or not, it absolutely affects our kingdom work. And we have to be willing to find the strength and the courage to walk away from toxic people in order to continue doing the things that God has ordained for us to do. Be sure to follow us online at beingyoked.com. You can find us on Instagram at BeYoked and on YouTube under Catherine Shorter. Bye.